Okay, so we're going to be talking about measures of central tendency. So the unit's about data, and central tendency is like if you have a bunch of numbers, data, where's all the information? Like, you know, it's like the first thing you ask when you get a test back, so what was the class average? Or I know my mark, what's the class average? Average is central tendency. Where are most people getting their marks from? Or where do they lie from 0 to 100? So that's what central tendency is. And there's 3 types of measurements. You guys always think about average, which is the mean. This is the sum of all data values divided by the number of values. So take all your numbers, add them all up, divide by how many there are. Easy. On your report card, actually, it tells you the median. It does not tell you the average, because median is a better measure of central tendency for your marks, because it really gets rid of those zeros who maybe guys aren't showing up to school and they have 0 in a class, and it's pulling the average down to an unrealistically low value. Whereas the median is just the middle value in an ordered set. So if there's 100 kids, it's between 49 and 50. That's the mark that it represents the center of the data. And mode is not really used that often. It's just the one that occurs the most. That's like the easiest one that you probably remember from elementary school. Okay, so we're going to use this number set or this data set to find the mean, median, and mode right here. So we're going to start. So first of all, if I have to find the mean, I just add them up and divide by how many there are. So I'm going to say 72 plus 85 plus 78 plus 90 plus 85 plus 88 plus 78 plus 85. Already annoying. Plus 92 plus 75. All divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because that's annoying to write down, there's chances that you make a mistake. Maybe you wrote down 9 numbers instead. Maybe you looked back and wrote down 11 numbers. So count them here too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, I'm good. So I add those all up. I get 828 over 10. And my answer, just move the decimal, is 82.8. And this is your mean. It's pretty much calculator work. If you don't want to show this first step, I'm kind of okay with it. But if you make a mistake, you're going to lose more marks like usual, right? So make sure you show that for that extra mark if you want. Okay, median. The trick about median is you cannot do the median unless the numbers are in ordered. They got to be in order from lowest to greatest. So there's a challenge here. I mean, nothing is difficult here, but you can make a mistake because it's kind of tedious. So I got to figure out the order from lowest to greatest, and how I do that is I write down the lowest one, and then I go cross it out. Okay? Because I know from experience that transferring like 10, 20 numbers into an order, like I screw it up. So I'm trying to just to track which numbers I'm counting. All right, what's next? 75. Cross it out. And then I have 78, 78, cross, cross, 78, 78. I'm gonna go through it again. Sometimes I go through it twice because I don't want to make a mistake. 85, 85, 85. Cross it out, cross it out, cross it out. 88, 90, 92. 88, 90, 92. Now I'm going to still count them again because I know from my past experience that I've made mistakes here. So I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, I'm good. Now the median is the middle number. So I'm going to label these numbers with their position. This is the first number, the second number, the third number, the fourth number, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10. Okay, so best way to think of it is you can group the beginning numbers. That's one group. And you can group the second half. And both these groups have 5 numbers. So you can do it visually if you want. You can do it visually. I have 5 numbers here, 5 numbers here. So the median is actually right in the middle of these two 85s. It's the middle number. You can just use your fingers and go like this. And if you're not landing on one number, if there's no number there, then you have to take the average of those two numbers. But the average of two 85s is just 85. So I still have to do this though, in case they're not 85. I find the average of those two numbers in the middle, and then my median is 85. Okay, kind of annoying when there's more numbers than just 10, where I can't just use my fingers, you know? Mode is absolutely brainless. Just which number occurs the most? Oh, 78 is occurring twice, 85 is occurring thrice, 85 is the mode. So you can see how all these answers, the mean, median, and mode, all represent something about the center of the data. Like when they're in order right here, they all have to do with the center of the data. Okay, just in different ways. Okay, now if I have a group of numbers, I don't want to write down this many. Like there's 20 employees at 17. I'm not going to write down 17 20 times. That's like way too much work. And when we're talking about data, we're always talking about like a lot of numbers. Imagine like the age of students in the school. There's like 900 students in the school. There's only 5 different age groups. So why would I write 900 numbers if I can group them into 5 groups? So I like to group data to make my work and my life easier. So if I wanted to find the mean of these numbers, I know that there's 20 17s, so I just do this. I know that there's 20 17s, so instead of doing 17 plus 17 plus 17 plus 17 20 times, just multiply. That's why we multiply. So really what I do is I just add up how many there are and what the hourly wage is. There's 8 19s, there's 5 20s, there's 7 25s, and then there's 3 30s. And this is probably as hard as mean gets. And I divide, not by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's not 5 data points. There's 20, 28, 33, 43 data points. Okay, I have to actually count how many employees there are. Well, there's 20 here, there's 8 here, there's 5 here, there's 7 here, there's 3 here. Done. So I pick up my calculator, easy work. 20 times 17 plus 8 times 19 plus 5 times 20 plus 7 times 25 plus 90 equals, divided by 43, done. 19.9. Okay, so I found the average, and it was actually less work than this one, because I have to write more over here. So I like when there's values that are the same. I'd probably do that with the 85s too over here. Instead of saying 85, I would just say 3 times 85. It's less work. Okay, if I want to. I just have to make sure that I have to include all 3 of the 85s when I'm counting it for the denominator in my median, or else you're going to get 8 instead of 10. So be careful. Okay, now the median is the last thing I want to talk about here. The median, when you have a lot of numbers, the best thing to use is this formula. I want to count how many numbers there are. I'm going to add 1 to that and divide by 2. What this is going to do, it's going to tell me what the middle number is in terms of its position. Like this one was the 5.5th number, right? It's between the 5th and the 6th number. Well, I want to know where the median is here. So if I do that, there's 43 numbers here, right? So I'm going to say 43 plus 1 over 2 is 44 over 2 is 22. The median is not 22. The median occurs at the 22nd number. That's really easy to find here because this is the first 20 and number 21 and 22 are here. So I know for sure the 22nd number lies over here, which makes this my median. Okay, I'm going to say that one more time. I figured out, well, if there's 43 numbers, instead of like doing this with 43, it takes forever, I can use this formula to figure out which value is in the middle. Not value, which position. So the 22nd number is my median. So I have to find which group has the 22nd number. That's the 20th number. So 21 and 22, 23, 24, 25, they're all over here. So this is my median. If I said the 29th, if it was the 29th value, I'd have to go, okay, this is the first 20, this is the first 28, and the 29th lies in here, and the median would be 20. Okay, so in this case, it's 19. Median equals 19. And I'm done. Okay, and obviously I'm just going to do the mode too. It's so easy. There's 20 in the 17, so the mode is 17. And I'm done with mean, median, and mode. Just that frequency table could present some problems.